And with another video, this is sublimation that I'm going to be printing this image in. This is a cool design that I did find on Creative Fabrica. Um, I hope I be pronouncing that right, but I did find this design on there, and I absolutely thought it was cute, vibrant. So we're going to go with it. Um, I do have my canvas set at 9.5 inches because it's going on a small t-shirt. Um, so the image is 9.5 all together with all of the effects around it. So just to show you, I do not have a profile on this. I am in the RGB color space though. So I am going to print, bring in my print window so you all can see it. Um, I'm going to send it to the Epson F570 sublimation printer with the Epson inks in it, and I'm printing to text print paper. I'm going to go ahead and do it on the roll. The document profile says it's untagged RGB because, like I said, there's no profile embedded in the print. I do let Photoshop manage the colors, and I do have the Epson F570 textile. Since I'm going on fabric with this, I do leave my rendering intent on perceptual. Some people say other things work for them. This is what has always worked for me since 2018. So I use perceptual and black point compensation. Now I'm going to go into the print settings and adjust the print driver. Um, I'm going to set my paper to um, 24 by 13 because the image is only 9.5 by 11. Since I'm going on roll paper, I am going to go to printer settings. These other settings like color matching, it's off. If it doesn't look like this, Photoshop isn't managing your colors. So I have Photoshop managing, so therefore in the print driver, I'm not doing anything with that. Print settings, this is where the magic happens. Right now it's recognizing I have roll paper in there. Um, as far as everything else, I leave everything set the same as paper size. I am going to change this to textile, even though by default I do have my printer set up for textile. I like to make sure I do it here. Color management is off in this. So because I already told Photoshop I want you to do it. I'm going to set my quality, leave it on quality, but I'm going to uncheck high quality because I don't want it to print fast. It is going to lay down a bit more ink, but I'm okay with that. I know my paper can handle it. I do go to advanced and I turn on auto cut so it doesn't just keep rolling the paper further. And I do set save paper roll. So when it gets down to the bottom of my 11.069, it's going to push out a little bit more and then slice it there. So it's not going to shoot out a big long piece of paper. And the auto rotate I have on because when you're doing smaller prints, if Photoshop can save some paper, excuse me, if the Epson print driver can save some paper, it'll rotate your design so you don't end up printing long when you could have saved, more paper just by turning the image around. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and save this, and now I'm going to send it to print. It usually only takes a few seconds for it to find the printer. It's connected. And now let's go ahead and watch it print. And now we're watching it print. Let's get you adjusted so you can see. I sent it to print, and now I'm right here at it while it's coming out. So it doesn't take that long, actually. Um, it's actually faster than the converted printers, and really all of it depends on your network. Um, how fast your network speeds are if you're connected to Wi-Fi. I am on fiber, so pretty much everything comes out fast. Um, when I send it to print, let me adjust the heat press while I'm doing that to 385. As you can see, it's already starting on the last color. And, well, it's done. And there you have it. So that's the print from the F570. And notice I didn't hit mirror. The cool thing about the F570 is it already sets itself to mirror your designs. So I kind of like not, having to use presets or anything to set that up. All right, we'll be back with the actual pressing. I am going to be putting this on a Vapor Apparel sweatshirt. All because I'd like to wear it now before I list it on my online store. So I'm going to be putting it on a Vapor Apparel sweatshirt, as mentioned. Lately I've been doing, like I mentioned in another video, something different and flipping stuff around in my press, like my knuckles. Give this a quick press. Since it's a sweater, I'm not going to close it down on there without anything over it. I'm going to find my center. This is kind of how I do it for my center. And it helps with making sure I'm lined up even. So this comes out to 20, so 10 is my center. Let me grab my print. I'm actually going to tear around this quite a bit. I'm almost at 385. So I'm tearing around it. Actually, I could have left this one whole inside if my paper was longer on the side. If your paper is longer and you have a press filler, you can lift it and not have to cut those edges. You just want to take off the top and the bottom because those will still sometimes leave marks. And I'm gonna center line my design. Find my center on it. Heat tape. Sometimes with Vapor Apparel, you do kind of want to tape a little bit better than you normally would. because sometimes it is prone to gassing. So I'm gonna do my top and my bottom, and let me do my 3 inches down from the collar. So that's my 3-inch mark from my collar, and all I'm doing is basing it from the bottom seam. Lighten my pressure a little bit. All right, I'm at my 385. And my paper is torn higher, like about an inch higher. Good thing I looked at that. All right. So we going with it. Pull this out of there. Normally I don't do all of this. I'm doing this because sometimes people have questions about how do you keep your design straight? How do you do this? How do you do that? So this is kind of like showing different methods that you can use. Let me grab the portrait paper. Before I close that all the way down, like my pressure a little bit more. And like I said, I'm at 385. Normally, these you don't want to press too long. Vapor Apparel is pretty good. It was one of the earlier brands that I found out about that were made around sublimation. So you kind of give or take based off your heat press. You might want to go 40 seconds versus the 60. I think their instructions actually is 35 to 45 on these on a time. And we're right at the 50-second mark. Alright, pull it at 60. And I opened it slowly just in case because this is thicker so it didn't snatch up. And you see I got some little press lines around there. So what I do is pull it while it's hot. This is not as forgiving as a regular shirt, but it can be forgiving enough. I've heard people say lint roll it to push the fibers back up, which you can do, optional. Let's try it. I've never tried it actually. They do seem to actually be pulling it. But this is the finished shirt. Not sure how well you can see that. Let's see if we can do it this way. The trusty table. So, here we are. Those colors hitting. But that's the final design and the final print. And you can see with all of the detailing, those colors stayed in place perfectly. Love it. Let me see. Tell me what you think. But that's getting sublimation done on a sweatshirt, and it's 100% polyester from Vapor Apparel. So just to show you the tag, that's from Vapor Apparel. Thank you for joining me again.